Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this special show. Thank you for watching. Today we have a series of issues to talk about, especially when it comes to the comments made by the former U.S. Ambassador Tibor Nagy to the La République du Cameroon. He made this statement, and I want us to cross-examine it and see what we can decipher for it, okay, the meaning of it, okay. So it reads, Cameroon government current policies will actually speed creation of Ambazaonia. Pacification means bringing peace, not scorched earth. Military approach only creates more secessionists. Past presidents prove bullets delay, not kill. The people's will. So I want us to take it step by step while we cross-examine it and we give our take, okay? Because it's very important for us to understand that these comments are comments that are being given by these diplomats, and diplomats are those who understand the game, who know what is going on, and they can tell you what they are discussing without telling you that that's what they are discussing, right? So the first part of the comment was Cameroon government current policy will actually speed creation of Ambazaonia. Remember, before, most of the diplomats, even when Tibor Nagy was there in Africa, right, he never mentioned the name Ambazaonia. Never. He was just saying northwest and southwest, like the recent this guy who just left, this guy from the EU former ambassador, the outgoing former ambassador. He is very specific on calling it like northwest and southwest, like most of the federalists are calling it, right? Northwest and southwest of Cameroon, whereas it's not supposed to be like that, right? So why is Tibor Nagy saying this to Cameroon government? It's a message he is passing. Diplomats will never tell you that this is what they have discussed about. He says Cameroon government current policy will actually speed creation of Ambazaonia. How? The way that Cameroon government is handling this thing for the past 7 years, Cameroon government doesn't listen to anybody. Biya government thinks that they are superpower. Okay, they have the right to kill. They have the right to do scorched earth policy, and that is what he's saying. You know, Biya and the military, they kill without remorse. You saw a documentary here about how many people, and this is a crisis that is not being announced. We know that the United Nations Security Council and the General Assembly is going on now. But what are they talking about? The struggle. What are they talking about? The crisis. Okay? All we hear is about speeches upon speeches, speeches upon speeches and speeches. But will these speeches suffice? I want us to understand that we are in a very crucial moment where the crisis, even though the French government, with the veto power they have in the United Nations Security Council, they can veto anything, right? That is why most of the speeches of the African leaders in the United Nations was based on the exploitation of African nations, right? where the African nations don't have a say. Excuse me. The African nations don't have a say, and France can veto most of the agreement. He has a veto power. There are 5 veto countries. Countries with veto power. China, USA. They can veto anything. And that is why the African countries are still protesting that they need some African countries to the United Nations Security Council. They need African countries there because we know that there's ongoing now, right? But what are they doing? Nothing, right? Pacification. Tibor Nagy mentioned pacification. I want you to understand what is pacification. Pacification is an attempt to create or maintain peace, right? So he's saying that pacification means bringing peace. That is the meaning of pacification. Does La Republic want peace? No. La Republic is there for war. And he's indicting the La Republic government by saying that this Scotch Ed policy will not work. Yes, because La Republic is doing the Scotch Ed policy, right? This day they'll plan to kill 2. This day they plan another killing of another person. They plan. Then this day they say, okay, they are going to burn this place in this village. That's all what they're doing. But he is making them clear, okay? This military approach only creates more secessionists. That is what he's saying here. And this is what the American government knows. Okay? This is what the American government knows. So, no matter what this guy and all these crazy guys are saying about the struggle, they are trying to create some kind of innuendos about how the international community is no more, giving us interest. We are there to make sure that the international community take note of all. That's why we are saying that this 1st of October, we don't want that thing that people are only marching in Washington, D.C. America is not the only country in the world where Ambazonians are. We have Ambazonians all over the world. So every president of Ambazonian community in your countries of residence, please prepare this 1st of October march. Prepare this 1st of it happens to fall on a Sunday. We are lucky that it is a weekend that at least most people are free on weekends. We want to see everybody, every Ambazonian, whether you are in what type of condition, please take Sunday, make it a Sabbath day for you, for Ambazonia liberation. Go out and march in your country. It will be live on ABS TV. People will be watching it step by step, making sure that it's going on. So please go to your country of residence. Your country of residence. Make sure you get involved in the local activism in that country that you are. Make sure you go out on that day. Set a time for marching. Okay? I know the people in Europe have the same time with the people in Ambazonia, so it's easier for them to manage the time. Our own time is so different that we can only march 7 or 8 p.m. Amba time, or maybe we can go earlier. It depends on the time that we'll fix. But from the flyer, please go through the flyer. If you are here in America, we want to make things happen in Washington, D.C. We want to make it happen in Washington, D.C. So there will be no complaint. There will be no excuse. Please come in your numbers, okay? So why do we talk about military option approach will create more secessionists? That is what it has done, okay? when people look at atrocities in this crisis, Ambazonians are there in there. That is why most of the time the freedom fighters don't go to La Republic. No, they are defending their land. Okay, so when I hear the former ambassador of EU, Van Dam, he was talking of atrocities and human rights abuses. I'm like, why do you spend time on things that people are trying to defend themselves, and you focus on what is not even the fault of the local population? The local people are trying to defend themselves. How many people of La Republic origin have you heard that have been killed in Ambazonia? None. So we have to make it clear to this international community that La Republic thinks that military option will work. Most countries have made them understood that this thing is about these people's country. So it's not, this is where these people live, right? It's very difficult for you these days to just go to somebody's land and tell a person leave. It's very difficult. Now we have social media, we have things. Before there were no social media, there was no information. You can go to a place and kill everybody, shoot everybody and bury them. Nobody will know. But now, with social media, you kill one, we know that you kill one. You kill two, we know. It's very difficult for them. They have tried the Scotch Egg policy, it's not working. They have tried now the different types of way to do it, it's not working. So they are now coming back to understand that this thing, they cannot win this thing militarily. This is what Tibor Nagy is telling them, that the military approach only creates more secessionists, right? You think that you go to somebody's land, burn their villages, kill their people, kill their women, kill all these things you're doing. Do you think you are helping to change the dynamic? Tibor Nagy say past presidents have proved bullets delay, right? Not kill the people's will. Listen to that. Past presidents has proven that bullets only delay. It means that no matter how long we can fight, bullets will not kill that mentality. Bullets can only delay. As it has delayed, it is delaying us for almost 7 years now. That's all what bullet is doing to the people of Ambazonia, right? The people of Ambazonia are ready to, they have sacrificed everything. So there's nothing new to sacrifice anymore, right? Nothing can make them sacrifice something that is different. No. They have sacrificed everything that they can sacrifice. So there's nothing that they cannot sacrifice. Okay, they have sacrificed everything, and yeah. So we are saying that Tibor Nagy said the will of the people is proving La Republic wrong, that they cannot win this crisis. They cannot win this thing. They cannot. Okay, that's why you saw the big guy that was killed by his boss in Yaoundé. They were arguing, but he was telling them that, look, this thing, no matter what you do, okay, I am Ambazonian. Okay, the military boss got angry and had to shoot the guy. Okay, we are telling our military guys who are working in La Republic that there will be a civil crisis in La Republic. No matter how long it takes, there will be a civil crisis in La Republic, and that civil crisis will be fought by the Bulu, the Kang Bulu Beti who want to remain in power versus the other people who are also fighting for power in La Republic. Okay, so no matter what happens, there will be a crisis, and we don't want them to work all this work and not see the glory, because they are working for free with the La Republic. They are working for free. They don't have any say there. Okay, they will work, and at the end of the day, they'll go and put their normal Frank Bia and their normal people there. So what are you doing there? Nothing. What benefit do you have working with somebody who will not recognize your effort? Nothing. So the people of the soldiers currently working in La Republic, the Ambazonian soldiers, should take note that they have a responsibility. Once the civil war is going on there in La Republic, they have the upper hand to take over Ambazonia, because it's just like that. Because they will fight there, they will go and put Frank Bia there. What are they fighting there? Their land there that they have to occupy. They'll go and be fighting for the Bulu Beti people for nothing. Okay, so they have a responsibility. Like the president mentioned on last time, that he's sending a message to all the Ambazonian soldiers, the military, in gendarmes, in all. They have a responsibility to take over their country, Ambazonia. And when that time comes, they don't have to blink. They don't have to blink. All what they have to do is to join with the restoration fighters and take over their land. That will be the modus operandi. Now we know how difficult it is for them, because the only thing they can do to them is either to kill them in the military or force them to do what they don't want to do, right? That's all what they can do to them. So why are they in a situation where they don't have a say? Their life is at stake. They can be killed at any time, because they are not part of the top ranks. They are not part of it. They are just there to help something that a war that was declared by Bia. So what we are saying is that Ambazonia is their country, their alma mater, okay, where their placenta is, okay. Their placenta is not in all those areas, because they'll fight there and they'll come back to their villages to look for their villages, right? That's what happens. Tibor Nagy really made this thing. This thing is the people's will. That's what Tibor Nagy made mention, and it's true. This thing is about the will of the people. Anything that is the will of the people is inside the brain of everybody. That's why you see little children singing Ambazonia anthem. When you see the 1st of October, you see the spirit. You see the courage people take. Okay. Now, even if you see the state burial that they are giving to the generals, is the La Republic military that is putting the flag, the Ambazonian flag, on the soldiers now. It's not even us anymore. They know the flag. They are the one carrying the flag and put on the soldiers, because that is the symbol of Ambazonia. You cannot wipe out the image of a people. It doesn't work like that. You can't just, you have your country, you have your flag, because we came to join you people, you want to wipe out our identity. Where have you seen that? when I listen to the US, to the former EU ambassador, I'm like, did this man really take it one day to go to southern zone or northern zone to even check what is going on one time? A whole ambassador representing EU cannot go once to even visit the war zone. That's why he has no clue. All he can say is about students that were not allowed to go to school in what area is that or whatever. He has no clue, because somebody like an ambassador need to speak with the conviction of root causes of something. What is the root causes of this problem, and how? See the way Tibor Nagy is speaking. That's Tibor Nagy. Look behind. Look, that's it behind. See what he said. He said the government of Cameroon current policy, this, what they are doing now, will actually speed the creation of Ambazaonia. And it's true. And he warned. That one is a warning, because he put it in quotes. Pacification means bringing peace. Pacification. If they want to do pacification, because you saw they were trying to do all this reconstruction and all this blah blah blah, all these things, it doesn't work. You cannot reconstruct something when people are in crisis. It doesn't work like that. How can you go and be building when there's crisis? You have not solved the problem. You say there's reconstruction. You know, these people are very corrupt people. They went and took money in World Bank. They went and took money in IMF. That they want to start reconstruction. That they have a successful grand national dialogue. It was all fake. The international community now believe that these guys were, but La Republic people, these ministers are very corrupt. They took that money and everybody, and they share it among themselves. Remember, even the COVID money, the money that they send, the medication, everything that they send for COVID, everything was swindle. And when you see what these guys are doing with the accountability, no accountability in a country where nobody has a right to say anything, nobody has the right to question anybody. The ministers can be there for 30 years. Nobody has a right. One tribe is holding a whole country hostage. One. Kang Beti Bulu. Fang Beti. But at the end of the day, there's time for everything. Who knew Bongo would be begging to make some noise? There will be a time when Bia will say, please, can you make some noise? There will be time for that. Bia himself will start asking, let people make some noise. Bia, who has never spoken in English, he never even visited. For almost 15 years, Bia has not visited what he called Nozo, or Northern Zone and Southern Zone. The last time he came, he tried and speak a little English. History has not forgotten that Boya is the capital of Southern Cameroon. Of course, Boya is the capital of Southern Cameroon. History has not forgotten that Boya is the headquarters of Cameroon. So Boya is the symbol of what we are talking about here. Okay, we have even the palace there, the presidential palace lodge there in Boya. So anybody talking about the military, La Republic have done everything they can do, from propaganda to false claims to lies to all kind of things they have done. They will kill today, they go and say no, it's not them. Later they say, oh, we are sorry, it was a mistaken identity. They will burn a house today, they say no, it wasn't them. Tomorrow you see video of soldiers going to burn a house.
They'll burn a hospital. They say, no, it's not them that burn the hospital. Tomorrow, the nurses will come and say they saw the soldiers burning the hospital. What lies have we not heard for 7 years? What manipulation? They have bought some people with money. They have used all kinds of manipulation. They have used the newspapers. They have used radio stations. They have used TV stations. But you cannot change the will of the people. That's what Tibor Nagy is saying here. The will of the people. You cannot. And the people are determined. That is why when they say Monday lockdown, do you even the soldiers, the Republic soldiers, even help to implement it now? If they see somebody, they say two va eh? Two va say V-mod, say V-mod. So we are saying this, okay? Our people are always there too. Our people are ready for a peaceful settlement, okay? Our people are ready, but La Republic are not ready. La Republic are there to promote their own mission, to suppress, to erase our identity, to kill our people, to maim and scorch earth policy. That's the policy of scorch earth, okay? To wipe away the race of Southern Cameroon. That's what they want to do. But I wonder how that can be possible, right? 8 million people, 8 million to 9 million now. How can you wipe away 9 million Jews? Even the Egyptian, even in Egypt, they told Pharaoh, "Let my people go, go down, go down. Let my people go." Go and tell Pharaoh. Bia, no matter how long it takes, it has been written on the wall. You have to let the people of Ambazaonia go. There is no way. You have manipulated them for the past 60 years. You have done all sort of things to them. They have endured for 60 years. You have done everything, taken everything from them. They don't have anything now. But the end time is the time that you understand what's going on. This is the end time. And when that time comes, nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. This is the end time. Yeah, so that was it, and thank you for watching.